Hello students, we are doing interest and annuity chapter number 1. Okay, in previous class we have done till compound interest. So in today's class we will take the example based on compound interest. Okay, so first I am giving you one example for understanding of compound interest. Okay, so for that assume that Rahul start a business, okay, by taking a loan of rupees 50,000, okay, 50,000 from bank at 16% per annum, okay, and bank charges interest quarterly. So राहुल ने क्या किया है, बैंक से 50,000 का लोन लिया है टू स्टार्ट एनी टाइप ऑफ बिजनेस at 16% per annum rate of interest, and the period is quarterly. He has to pay the interest quarterly. Okay, now suppose that suppose that the Rahul unable to pay the interest at the first quarter. उसको ईयर में कितने बार इंटरेस्ट पे करना होगा, 4 times, राइट. क्वार्टरली मीन्स आफ्टर ईच 3 months, first quarter, second quarter, third and fourth quarter, right. So what we will do now, we will execute this problem to understand the concept of compound interest. Okay, so here the first principal amount is how much, 50,000, right. Now for this amount we will calculate the interest. So what will be the interest for this? Interest will be, see, he has to pay the interest 16% of this. So 16% of this will be 2,000. You can calculate this for the formula PNR वाला formula जो है हमारा simple interest वाला. From that you can calculate the interest. So interest is coming 2,000 at 16% quarterly. Okay, so after completing one quarter, suppose that Rahul did not pay the first interest. उसने interest pay नहीं किया. Now what will bank do? Okay, so the interest on 50,000 for the first quarter is rupees 2,000. Now the bank will add this 2,000, which is our interest, on the principal 50,000, and it will become 52,000, right. तो अब क्या हो गया, सेकेंड क्वार्टर के लिए, फर्स्ट क्वार्टर के लिए उसे कितना इंटरेस्ट भरना था, 2,000, ओके, जो उसने नहीं भरा. नाउ अभी सेकेंड क्वार्टर के लिए प्रिंसिपल क्या हो गया, फर्स्ट क्वार्टर के लिए प्रिंसिपल क्या था, इतना था. सिंस उसने प्रिंसिपल इंटरेस्ट नहीं पे किया, सो सेकेंड क्वार्टर के लिए प्रिंसिपल हो जाएगा 2,000 प्लस 50,000 विच इज 52,000, राइट. अभी इस पे हम लोग इंटरेस्ट कैलकुलेट करेंगे. 2,000 इंटरेस्ट नहीं होगा, इंटरेस्ट विल बी इंक्रीज एंड द प्रिंसिपल विल ऑल्सो इंक्रीज, राइट. नाउ interest on 52,000 for सेकेंड क्वार्टर. अभी सेकेंड क्वार्टर में उसे कितना इंटरेस्ट भरना होगा, फर्स्ट क्वार्टर में उसे 2,000 पे करना था जो उसने नहीं किया. तो अभी प्रिंसिपल भी चेंज हो गया सेकेंड क्वार्टर के लिए और इंटरेस्ट भी चेंज हो गया. इंटरेस्ट आ गया अभी 2,080 रुपीज का उसे अभी इंटरेस्ट पे करना है सेकेंड क्वार्टर में. सपोज दैट उसने सेकेंड क्वार्टर में भी इंटरेस्ट पे नहीं किया, राइट. अगर उसने सेकेंड क्वार्टर में भी इंटरेस्ट पे नहीं किया, तो फॉर द थर्ड क्वार्टर उसका प्रिंसिपल कितना हो जाएगा, अभी उसका प्रिंसिपल विल बी 52,000 प्लस 2080 विच इज इक्वल्स टू 54,080. सो देखा, उसका प्रिंसिपल अमाउंट भी बढ़ गया. तो अभी थर्ड क्वार्टर में उसका प्रिंसिपल हो गया 54,080 रुपीज और उसका इंटरेस्ट आ जाएगा, अभी इसके बेसिस पे इंटरेस्ट आएगा, इंटरेस्ट हो जाएगा 2163.5 20. You can calculate this interest by using simple interest वाला फॉर्मूला. ओके, सो यहाँ पे इंटरेस्ट कितना आ रहा है 2163.20. सपोज दैट अभी वो फिर से उसने थर्ड क्वार्टर में भी पे नहीं किया. नाउ फॉर द फोर्थ क्वार्टर, ओके, फॉर द फोर्थ क्वार्टर प्रिंसिपल अब कितना हो जाएगा? प्रिंसिपल विल बी 2163.20 प्लस जो तुम्हारा फर्स्ट वाला ये इंटरेस्ट प्लस 54,080. सो योर प्रिंसिपल बिकम 56,243.73. तो अभी प्रिंसिपल 50,000 से आ गया उसका 56,000 पे 56,243 रुपीज एंड इंटरेस्ट उसका आएगा. And interest for the fourth quarter interest will be 2,249.73. So देखा उसे कितने चार्जेस पड़ गए. Now we will find out the total interest he has to pay at the end of first year. So first उसे पे करना था 2,000, जो नहीं किया उसने, तो इसमें ऐड अप हो गया सेकेंड इंटरेस्ट 2080, then the third interest 2163.20 and the fourth interest 2,249.73. So at the end of the first year he has to pay the interest which is equals to 2,000 plus 2080 plus 2163.20 plus 2249.70. Okay, so the total amount of interest is 8,492.93. Okay, so he has to pay 8,492.93 इंटरेस्ट, जबकि उसे भरना था 2,000, लेकिन वो बढ़ते बढ़ते कितना हो गया 8,492.93. So that interest is called compound interest. Okay, I hope now the concept of the compound interest is clear. Okay, so here after certain period, if the borrower unable to pay the interest, then after completing that period the bank will consider the new principal amount, which is an addition of a interest with the previous principal, and the bank will calculate the new interest on the new principal. Okay, so this is about the compound interest. Now we will see the formula we will see the formula for the compound interest. So the formula for the compound interest is, before that we will find out the formula for the amount. So it is principal 1 plus r upon 100 raised to n, and the compound interest is amount minus principal. Okay, so from here you can find out the formula. This is P. Put this formula over here, r upon 100 raised to n minus p. Now take out p common. So here it will be 1 plus r upon 100 raised to n minus 1. Okay, so this is the formula for the compound interest. Now we will see the problem based on the compound interest. Now we will see the compound interest when the period is different from a year. जैसे ये example में quarterly था, right? It was not year like 2 years, 3 years. It was quarterly. So we'll see the condition, what the changes will be there in the formula if the period is other than year. Okay, so the topic is compound interest when the period is different from a year. Okay, so sometimes the period at the end of which the interest is calculated is different from year. It may be month, it may be quarter, half year, etc. Okay, so for in that case we will make some changes. Okay, in such cases the some formula will be same. Okay, the amount compound interest formula, that is for the amount, formula will be same, p 1 plus r upon 100 raised to n. Okay, the formula will be same, but the only changes will occur in this n. You have to make the changes in n. For that, suppose I am giving you an example. Okay, calculate the compound interest on rupees 1000. Okay, at 10% per annum for 3 years. For 3 years, when interest is compounded half yearly. Interest is compounded half yearly. So we have to find the compound interest for the principal amount rupees 1000. The rate of interest is 10% per annum. मतलब per year rate of interest 100 पड़ रहा है for 3 years. The n is for 3 years, but what is given? The amount is compounded half yearly. Half yearly. Okay. सो कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट आफ्टर 6 मंथ हो जाएगा. हाफ ईयरली मतलब क्या, एक साल में 2 बार होगा. सो दिस रेट इज फॉर पर ईयर. सो आफ्टर हमको क्या करना है, जो भी अमाउंट है उसको कंपाउंडेड करना है हाफ ईयरली मतलब साल में 2 बार. सो दिस इंटरेस्ट विल रिड्यूस इनटू, ये पूरे साल के लिए इंटरेस्ट है. सो दिस रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट विल रिड्यूस इनटू 10/2 which is 5%. Am I clear? Because we are compounding the interest, okay, half yearly, and the 3 years are given. So what will be n? 3 years है तो एक साल में 2 बार कैलकुलेट होगा. So 3 साल में it will be 6, right? Half yearly means in 1 year they will calculate 2 times. So for 3 years it will be 6. So this will be the changes according to the changes in the period. Okay, the formula will be same, only the change will occur in the rate or in a period n. Now the next topic is compound interest on a given sum in the nth year. This is also very important formula that we will see, and then we will start example. Compound interest on a given sum in nth year. Sum in nth year. That means the compound interest, okay, for the nth year. That means IN. It will give you compound interest for the nth year. तो हमें compound interest कैसे मिलता है? Total, okay, interest in the n year divided by the interest in n minus 1 year. Suppose I want to find the compound interest in the 7th year, so it will be the total जितना भी है, जितने भी साल के लिए इंटरेस्ट जा रहा है उतना माइनस. So it will be compound interest in 7 year minus compound interest in 7 minus 1, that is in 6 year. So जो recent है उसमें से previously deduct किया, so you will get the IN. Okay, so we will find the formula for that. So the formula for IN will be a compound interest in n years minus compound interest in n minus 1 years. ओके, तो सपोज तुम्हारा n अगर है 7 है, तो कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट जो तुमने 7 इयर्स में दिया है उसमें से अगर कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट 6 इयर्स का डिडक्ट कर दोगे, सो यू विल गेट द कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट फॉर दैट 7th ईयर. ओके, आई होप दिस इज क्लियर. यहाँ पे सपोज योर n इज इक्वल्स टू 3, मतलब तुम्हें 3 इयर्स तक लोन पे करना है. एंड आई वांट टू ask you what will be the compound interest at the third year. I am not asking the first year, second year, third year का compound interest कितना होगा. तो जितना भी इंटरेस्ट तुम पे कर रहे हो 3 इयर्स में, ओके, दैट विल बी कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट इन 3 इयर्स. ओके, 3 इयर्स में जितना भी किया उसमें से कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट 2 इयर्स में जितना फिल किया वो निकाल दिया, राइट. फर्स्ट ईयर, सेकेंड ईयर और ये हो गया थर्ड ईयर. सो जितना भी तुमने कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट 3 इयर्स में फिल किया उसमें से 2 इयर्स का निकाल दिया, तो यू विल गेट द कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट फॉर द थर्ड ईयर. नाउ आई एम क्लियर. सो देयरफॉर द कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट फॉर द nth ईयर, पर्टिकुलर nth ईयर में कितना कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट भरा है तुमने, वो कैसे मिलेगा, जितना भरा है उसमें से प्रीवियस वाला डिडक्ट कर दो, यू विल गेट द कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट फॉर दैट करंट ईयर, राइट. So we will calculate the formula for that. So the compound interest in the n year, so what will be the formula? P 1 plus r upon 100 raised to n minus 1. This is the formula for the compound interest for the nth year, and for the n minus 1 year it will be P 1 plus r upon 100 raised to n minus 1 minus 1. Okay, so what we will do, we will take p common from both the terms, so you will get p outside the bracket. So here it will be 1 plus r upon 100 raised to n minus 1. Okay, यहाँ पे इतना बचा और यहाँ पे बचेगा माइनस 1 plus r raised to 100 raised to n minus 1 and this plus 1. So I have taken this p common. So in this first bracket this term will left, and in the second bracket this term and the plus, minus and minus will plus. So this and this will get cancelled, right. So we will left with p 1 plus r upon 100 raised to n minus right. Now this is 1 plus r raised to 100 raised to n, 1 plus r raised to n raised to n minus 1. मतलब ऐसा है, a raised to 7 है minus a raised to 6 है, एक बिगर है और एक उससे एक लेस है. So if I take a raised to 6, जो स्मॉलर वाला कॉमन लेंगे तो इसमें क्या बचेगा, a raised to minus a raised to 1 एक टर्म बचेगा एंड minus 1, राइट. तो सिमिलर टाइप का वैसा है वहां पे. So if you take the smaller one outside, so 1 plus r upon 100 raised to n minus 1 अगर कॉमन लिया तो यहाँ पे बचेगा 1 टर्म. जैसे 6 कॉमन लिया तो यहाँ पे 1 बचता है, बिकॉज a raised to 6 into a raised to 1 will be a raised to 7. तो यहाँ पे बचेगा 1 plus r raised to 100 raised to 1, और यहाँ पे तो कुछ नहीं बचेगा, यहाँ पे only 1 बचेगा. So this is minus 1. Okay, now you can see this is plus 1, this is minus 1, this will get cancelled, and the final formula will be p 1 plus r upon 100 raised to n minus 1 into r upon 100. Okay, I am writing on the top. This is also given on page number 1.11 of your textbook. So the formula will be, the compound interest for the particular year is P, okay, into 1 plus P into 1 plus R upon 100 raised to n minus 1 R upon 100. right? So we can also simplify further. See, here this is P, here it is, or you can take P and R upon 100, P into R upon 100, 1 plus R upon 100 raised to n minus 1. This is the formula for compound interest for the nth year. Okay. So this is very useful for the solving the problems. Now we will start solve the problem number 1, which is given on page number 1.12. Okay. So the first problem is, find the compound interest on rupees 10,000 for 4 years. The principal amount is rupees 4,000. Sorry, rupees 10,000, not 4,000. And rate of interest is 5% per annum, and the period is 4 years. Okay, this is very simple. So the formula, see, we do have the formula for the amount. Okay, it is on page number 109. So the first of all we will calculate the amount, and from amount we will subtract the principal to find out the formula for the compound interest. Therefore, the formula for the amount is P 1 plus R upon 100 raised to n. So what is your principal? 10,000. 1 plus R is equals to 5. 100. N is equals to what? 4 years. Okay? Yes. Now see, the R upon 100, that means 5 upon 100 raised to 4 is very bigger term. So you will get this, you will calculate this by using the logbook. And logbook, the use of logbook is allowed in your exam. So in some, on some day we will see how to use the logbook. Okay. Now we will take the calculation from textbook. So this is 10,000, and here it is 5 ones are 5, 20s are. So 1 plus 1 upon 21. Sorry, 1 plus 1 upon 20. So 20 plus 1 upon 20, that means 21 upon 20 raised to 4. Okay. So after calculating this, you will get the interest as 12,155. Okay, so this is your amount. So amount is equals to how much? 12,155 rupees. So what will be your compound interest? Don't forget to find compound interest. Okay, many students make the same mistakes. यहाँ पे amount आने के बाद stop कर देते हैं. They forgot to calculate compound interest. So the compound interest will be amount minus principal. Amount कितना आया? 12,155 माइनस तुम्हारा प्रिंसिपल कितना है? 10,000. So the total compound interest is 2,155 rupees. Okay, so this is about how to find the compound interest. Now we will solve example number 1.19 on page number 1.12. In this problem, they have used logbook. Okay, so from next time we will use the logbook in the class. So first, find the rate of percent at which, so here the R is unknown, the rate of interest is unknown, at which the sum of money triples itself in a 12 years. So the N is how much? 12 years. And the amount is triple times principal amount. Okay, the amount is not given, only the relation is given. Amount after 12 years will get triplets, मतलब triple हो जाएगा जो तुम्हारा principal amount है उसके. So here the rate of interest we have to calculate, right? So here P will be your principal, amount is 3 times of principal. So what is formula for the principal? Amount, it is principal 1 plus r upon 100 raised to n. Right? Now what is your amount? It is 3 times principal. What is principal? It is p only. 1 plus r we have to calculate, and n is given as 12. Now this p and this p will get cancelled. 3 is equals to 1 plus r upon 100 raised to 12. Okay. Now here how you will find out r? Okay, to find out r we have to eliminate this 12, and there is only one way to eliminate this 12. अगर इसका 12 टाइम लेते हो रूट, so हमें आ जाएगा आंसर, but that will be very difficult. So in such cases what we will do, we will apply log both the side. So you will get log 3 is equals to log of 1 plus r upon 100 raised to 12. Okay, now we will use properties of logs. Okay, log 3. I am taking direct value of log 3. log टेबल में जाना है, जहां पे भी 3 है वहां पे log 3 का वैल्यू तुम्हें मिल जाएगा. ओके, एंड कैरेक्टरिस्टिक तुम्हें यहाँ पे 3 है, तो कितने डिजिट है? 1. राइट? सपोज लाइक दिस है 3.01 और इसका तुम लॉग यूज कर रहे हो, लॉग फाइंड आउट कर रहे हो, तो यहाँ पे कितने डिजिट है? 2. तो 2 माइनस 1, तो कैरेक्टरिस्टिक 1 आता है. राइट? तो यहाँ पे 3 है, मतलब 1 ही डिजिट है, तो 1 डिजिट का कैरेक्टरिस्टिक 1 माइनस 1 इज 0. 0 पॉइंट. और लॉग 3 का तुम्हें 0 पे देखना है, तो यू विल गेट द आंसर. आई टेल यू, हम लोग एक और एक लेक्चर बनाएंगे जिसमें हम लोग सिर्फ देखेंगे कि लॉग बुक का यूज कैसे करना है. सो लॉग 3 इज इक्वल्स टू, I am directly writing its value 0.471, which is equals to, see, log of a square जो होता है, तो ये जो भी पावर में है वो मल्टीप्लिकेशन में आता है लॉग की प्रॉपर्टी से. सो ये जो भी पावर में हो मल्टीप्लिकेशन में आ जाएगा. सो इट इज 12 टाइम्स log of 1 plus r upon 100. Okay, so shift 12 here. So 0.4771 upon 12 is equals to log of 1 plus r upon 100. Okay, हमें सिर्फ r की वैल्यू फाइंड आउट करनी है. So 0.477 upon 12, इसका आंसर आता है 0.0398 is equals to log of 1 plus r upon 100. आप लोगों ने 12th में भी लॉग का यूज देखा होगा, 11th एंड 12th में. ओके, सो जस्ट रिकॉल दैट ऑल पॉइंट्स, ऑल प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ लॉग. नाउ हियर सी, वी वांट टू फाइंड r. टू फाइंड आउट r वी हैव टू एलिमिनेट दिस लॉग. तो लॉग को इधर लाएंगे तो लॉग का एंटी लॉग हो जाएगा. राइट? जैसा प्लस का माइनस हो जाता है, मल्टीप्लीकेशन का डिवीजन होता है, सो लॉग का एंटी लॉग हो जाता है. सो इट इज एंटी लॉग ऑफ 0.0398 is equals to 1 plus r upon 100. So find out antilog of this. Okay, you have done this, how to find antilog, how to find log in your 11th and 12th standard. जाओ नेट पे जाओ, there are many videos, okay, from where you can learn how to find out antilog. So I am directly writing antilog of 0.0398 is 1.096, which is equals to 1 plus r upon 100. Now it is simple. अभी क्या करना है? 1 को यहाँ शिफ्ट कर दो, 100 को यहाँ शिफ्ट कर दो. So 1.096 minus 1 is equals to r upon 100, and 1.096 minus 1 multiplied by 100 is equals to r. Okay, so the total value of the r will be 9.6%. Okay, so this is the way to eliminate the power. जो भी power है, कभी 30 आ सकता है, कभी 15 आ सकता है. So by using the log, okay, first of all you have to use the log, and to find out the value of r you have to use antilog, and you will get the answer. So there are many problems on the basis of compound interest that we will continue in next class.